Welcome back to our program with Diplomatic Economy, and Amir is your host, and we have a very valuable guest with us, Emily Du. Emily Du is from Hunan. Hunan is one of a very beautiful province of China. I really love to be there, and it is for my audience that Chairman Mao Zedong, he was actually from Hunan. And especially at the capital of Changsha, and near the Changsha there was a village. I have visited his hometown, and it was really a very amazing experience for me to be in at his hometown. Emily, you were talking about one topic. It is called incentive. How do you feel? What kind of incentive an investor really want to have from any country, and that incentives really can attract him to come over to invest?
Okay, so since we have been struggling here for 5 years, so I know this quite well, that for a foreign investor, I believe that the first thing is one window service, because till now, for the zone enterprises in special economic zone, we cannot get a one window service. So for every step, from the very beginning, register a company to all kinds of NOC and qualifications, we have to do by ourselves, step by step, and for each step, it takes a long time. So this is not a very efficient, you know. For us, usually in other countries, it takes only 1 year to complete the project and start production. But in this country, it took us 5 years because we have to figure out every issues all by ourselves. So I think this will be a little bit difficult for foreign investors to invest here. So I think one window service is the first step. And then I think the second thing is that for industries, like I mentioned too many times, you have to lower down the power cost, because for industry power price, usually the global average is around 9 cents per unit. So I think 8 to 9 cents per unit will be more reasonable for industries to survive. And with that cost of the power, industries they are able to export the products to other countries, so which can also benefit this country. And
yes, please continue.
And there's one special requirement from Chinese side. Actually, is because this limit is this restriction is only to Chinese. It's the security issue, because security issues, you know, that it's not possible for Chinese companies or projects to operate here, because for some Chinese, you know, you cannot even go out without a bulletproof vehicle or security guys. So it will be very much more difficult for Chinese to start the production here.
Yes, I need to elaborate what Emily said, that this is a special message for our government, and especially for SIFC, Special Investment Facilitation Centers, that there are a lot of companies who are suffering the same kind of problem. This is in my personal information, and we hope that we can solve it, especially the status of a special economic zone. That is taking such a lengthy way and so long procedure that many companies are already in this process from last many years. Am I right, Emily? I have pointed out the right area?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, so this is our request, and this is once Pakistan government have took an initiative for SIFC. They should also counter, like they should make some yardstick or parameter. Okay, this kind of company, if they want to invest in Pakistan and for special economic zone, this parameter they have to follow, or they have the specimen, like this kind of specimen they need to follow, and then they can apply for the special economic zones. And so far, I am sure, I have talked this to some authorities already two years earlier, So far, there is no any specimen that any company will follow. I'm sure that if we can do something for the investors, especially I say for the Chinese investors, we have to provide them an environment where they can feel very easy and where their process can be very smoothly. Right now, it is not like that. And as you mentioned that the incentive, yes, it is a very important word. Each industry have its own incentive. For example, if the industry is related to the technology, okay, it has another kind of incentive. If it is related to the agriculture, it have another kind of incentive. And every country provides the incentive according to its local environment. We need to understand it. We cannot deal with all these companies with the same kind of the yardstick. We have to understand, like, different industries need different kind of initiatives and different kind of incentives. Right now, I must say, like, we are lack of that. So if there is a complaint, yes, it is. Other than that, as an independent power producer, we have made up some very obnoxious, I should use this word, that agreement, like where we are buying we are buying this power production with the unit price of like 14 cents, 15 cents. How we can let an industry to survive with this kind of environment, while in our region we can like even by the independent power producer, the price, like the IPPs, what we call IPPs, their production price is like 8 cents. They are providing it 8 cents, 9 cents. This is only in Pakistan where the price is 16 cents, 70 cents, 18 cents. That means we are making abduction on our resources. We need to revisit these kind of agreements, and if these agreements are made in some kind of, I must say, it's like on non-fair stages, we have to revisit it. And this is my message to my government also. Lastly, Emily, yes, you mentioned that security is one matter. We really concern, actually, Pakistanis, we love you a lot, and we want you to be very safe in Pakistan, but due to some unseen circumstances and also this, the geographical matters, it is really little hard for the Chinese now being in Pakistan, but we have to take care of you. This is our problem, like we take the Chinese as our best friends. So somehow we have to do something like that, but you need to compromise. And by the short time, I'm sure that Pakistan law enforcement agencies, they will come up with different kind of ideas that the Chinese, they will be able to move within the Pakistan very freely. This is, I'm sure, and this is my message to all my government people, like the Chinese. Once they come over to Pakistan, now they're very limited, but in 2019, there were a lot of Chinese already in Pakistan finding the different opportunities and making a cooperation. Emily, coming up to the last question or closing questions, how do you feel that China need to help Pakistan, especially for the transformation of the technology? What we are lack of technology, and this lack of technology is not only in the industrial sector. It's in industrial sector, it's in agriculture sector, and also in the HR, human resources, education sector. So you please define me these three areas.
So for this question, I also hope that in the future that the two nations, they will have more cooperation in different ways, you know, just because of the friendship between two nations. I hope that there will be more communication and between two countries.
Emily, this is the question. Like the only problem we are facing, that is the communication problem. And especially, I must say, like for the CPEC, although I'm also one of the flag holder for this CPEC project, but for the CPEC, how many times we try to arrange some seminars, some symposium, Also, we are not so successful to engage our business community, especially from the Chamber of Commerce, like to explain them, elaborate them about the outcomes of CPAC and like what kind of the situation it could be in a win-win situation for both countries. So don't you feel like China government also need to provide a kind of a push for these kind of things?
I think the push is from both sides. Like in China, I think despite of the friendship, actually not many Chinese, they know about Pakistan or Pakistani people. And it's the same thing here in Pakistan. Like I have been here for 5 years, and I thought that most of the Pakistanis, they also have no idea about China and Chinese people. They got every these thoughts and opinion from the Western media. So I think both the government, they need to push on this, especially the communication, and help both to understand each other better.
Yes, that is a very important matter. Like we have to bring these two countries' people culturally closer. Even though I understand, like many customs in the Chinese society, actually they are very close to our society. Also, I know a lot of social customs. It's same being celebrated in China as well as in Pakistan, but we just have the different names. And I must say, she's right that we need to bring these two countries more closer, not only for their industries, but also by their culture. Lastly, as I said, that agriculture is also a very big sector, like where we need a lot of cooperation from China, as China is very advanced in their agriculture and their yield production. So do you think there is some area for a cooperation in this matter?
Since I'm not in the agriculture sector, so I think I cannot share more opinion. But I have some friends who invest in agriculture sector. So I found that right now it is a good opportunities actually for Chinese investors to invest in agriculture sector, which is far more better than industries, because this is an agriculture-based country. And, there are a lot of
chances. And Emily,
yes.
as I said, that you are our ambassador to China, and you are actually now is on the Pakistan side. We want to have some requests for the using your sources from the China side, that Pakistan is a very friendly country to China. It's really a nice place to invest in, and you need to find out the opportunities, not only of one-way trade from China to Pakistan, but also there should be some chances from Pakistan to China, like this will help Pakistan to grow up with its economy. Is that you agree?
Yes, sure. I agree, because I also find out that there are a lot of agriculture products here in Pakistan which can export to China. Because a lot of Chinese people, they have no idea about the agriculture products here. And I have been here for 5 years, so I know that not only mango, a lot of things like pomegranates, orange, and cherries, and apricots, a lot of things you can export to China. So I believe there are a lot of opportunities in agriculture sector.
Thank you, Emily. थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर बीइंग विद अस। सो आप सब लोगों ने प्रोग्राम देखा, और इसमें आपने ख़ास तौर पे ये देखा कि जो भी इन्वेस्टर हैं उन्हें किस तरह की प्रॉब्लम्स को फेस करना पड़ रहा है। अगर हम इन प्रॉब्लम्स को किसी तरीके से कैटर कर लें तो इट विल हेल्प पाकिस्तान अ लॉट टू गेट अ डेवलपमेंट। हम अपनी एक्सपोर्ट्स को कैसे बढ़ा सकते हैं, इंपोर्ट डिपेंडेंसी को कैसे कम कर सकते हैं, अपना ट्रेड बैलेंस कैसे बेहतर कर सकते हैं, ये वो तमाम क्वेश्चन है कि जो हमारा टॉपिक है। और हमारी प्रोग्राम डिप्लोमेटिक इकोनॉमी, आपका होस्ट आमिर अली, आई रियली वांट टू थैंक्स टू एमिली टू बीइंग विद अस, एंड वी होप दैट यू विल वॉच आवर प्रोग्राम इन नेक्स्ट वीक एट द सेम टाइम। अल्लाह हाफिज।